What's going on, you guys? This is Jay. Welcome to another episode of Jay's Adventures. Shoot. We have enemies outside. We gotta take care of them. There he is, that little bugger. And my sound's off again. I need to remember to turn my sound on. We'll do it in a sec. Come on, fit through the door. There we go. Do that in a second here. We've got a lot to talk about today. I did a lot of work off camera, and I want to show you guys that. But we also have something kind of important to talk to you guys about. A little powwow, me and you guys. I love those. Lots of acacia trees. So the bathhouses are done, and they just look pretty freaking awesome, if I do say so myself. Everything looks perfect. We've got the nice smoke rising out of the water. The only thing that would be cooler is if we could actually get it to bubble. I also put in a road wrapping around. We'll still need to put the little step stool type things, but I added it as a bridge right underneath here. And eventually when we get a sewer system, I'm going to have the sewer system come out this way. And probably the sewer system isn't going to be built completely. I'm just going to have portions of it that are sort of leaking out, you know, because to build an actual sewer system would be just crazy. I also completed this. So what are we going to do today? Well, today I want to get some acacia wood, and I want to replace these roofs completely. So don't mind the wind if you guys hear it. It's very windy today, and yeah. Okay, so what did I want to talk to you guys about? Well, there's been something that has occurred in my life that on one hand is terrifying, and on the other hand, good, fun, nice. I am very much in love with a girl. I really like this girl that I work with, which never get involved in employee relationships, but love is blind. Nothing I can do about it. And I work with her a lot, and I really like her. And it's one of these things where I've been working with her for a long time, and I've never had feelings for her, but all of a sudden this weekend, I started having, like, these thoughts about maybe me and her could actually end up being together. And oftentimes when you're single and have been single for a long time, you get moments where you start to feel like, where you really feel that loneliness a lot. For instance, 4th of July, Valentine's Day, just to name a few. Christmas, of course. And you feel kind of lonely. And I've been feeling that a little bit lately, so I don't know if it's from that, but I'd like to think I just, you know, sometimes you just fall in love with people, even though you haven't really been in a relationship or anything with them. But we'll see what comes of it if I actually get the guts to take her out somewhere. I mean, I'm not so concerned with if I have the guts or anything like that. It's just, there's some things, when you're an adult, you don't really date the way you do in high school. When you date in high school, it's more, you know, there we go. It's more, and it shouldn't be this way, but it is, more of a, I want to kiss this person. I think this person's cute. When you get older, you start to want to be with the person because they're a good match. Now, of course, they should be pretty, and she is, or handsome. Always find somebody you're attracted to, but attraction only lasts until, you know, until it's not there anymore, which for everybody, even famous stars and people that get a bunch of plastic surgery, eventually age catches up with you, and you know, you start to get to the point where if you don't have a good relationship with that person, your relationship will fall apart. So you got to be able to be good friends with the person. And I was a little concerned when I started getting this crush at first, and I was like, I don't know that we really have anything in common. But that's when I stepped it up a little bit, started to find out a little bit more about her, and learned that we like similar music, and there is a lot in common with us, and I'm finding out more and more every day. The dangerous thing with this relationship at the moment is that we work together, and she's getting a promotion, so she'll be out, and I'm hoping that maybe we can get involved in a relationship. But there is some moral issues that I'm not really going to get into. Not that she's like super young or anything, but just personal things that when I look for a potential mate, someone that maybe one day I want to end up marrying, that it's important that they have these sorts of qualities, and that they believe the same things that I believe. And I just feel like that could present itself into a potential issue. Now, that being said, I think she would be open to listening to me and hearing out why those specific things are a potential conflict. But it's something I want and feel the need to consider before I even get involved in a relationship with her. You don't want to be halfway through the relationship and find out, well, there's this moral issue, and you don't want to fix it. You don't want to go about changing that. Which, here's the thing, you should never ask a girlfriend or a boyfriend to change for you, which I will get to that in a second. But for the moment, I think if I just presented her, if she likes me back, and I presented her with this, saying, well, I would like to, but, there's these few things that I feel like are holding me back from a relationship with you, I think she'd be willing to say, you know what, it's true, and I agree with you, and I believe the same things, so maybe I should change these habits, or what not. But I'm certainly not going to ever expect her, or really anybody that I get into a relationship with, to change for me. And neither should you. You should always fall in love, or even just have friendships with the people that they are. And if you don't like something about them, don't ask them to change. You can certainly talk to them about it, but don't expect them to change for you, because then they won't change out of their heart. They'll change because you wanted them to. And you want people to change from the heart, because then they'll truly change inside, which is important. But with this girl, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to find out if she likes me back, which I'm almost positive she does, but there's always this little bit inside of me, and I'm sure a lot of other people deal with this, that says, well, what if she doesn't? Then what? But once I find out for sure, I think I'm going to just see if we can't go get lunch together, or something like that. And sort of test the waters out and say, hey, listen, I invited you out. I hope you understand that this was sort of, in a way, a little bit romantic, and this is the way I see our relationship, and I'd like to go a little further, but as long as you're willing to, I'm willing to, but there are a few things that I have to be outright honest with. Now, one thing I want to just say right off the bat, a few things, because I know some of you guys are young adults or in middle school. There's two things in a relationship you need to understand right off the bat. One is, I recommend that people become friends with the person they like before they even consider asking them out. Now, don't put somebody in the friend zone and don't be put in the friend zone. But just understand that being friends with somebody before you actually get involved in a date and dating is, I think, important, because you can find out and save yourself a lot of trouble, a lot about the person by being friends with them. Because once you start dating them, then they put on a facade and things can go downhill from there. But, there's that. And if you are crushing on somebody, don't ever go out in front of them and say dramatically, I'm in love with you, I've always been in love with you, and, the whole movie theater thing. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to come out, kiss you, and then you're going to be all in love, and life's just going to be peachy, just like in the movies. That's probably not going to happen. I've been there. I've actually done that. And the girl that I did it with ended up not being interested in me. So the worst fears that you could possibly have with that sort of situation came true with me. And not to mention, it did ruin our relationship. So don't come right out and say, oh my God, I have to tell you, I'm in love with you. Get to know them. And then casually, when you're ready, and when they're ready, you can just ask them if they'd like to go out somewhere or do something with you. Because you don't want to freak people out, especially girls. Guys, if you're interested in a girl, don't freak her out. Don't. You're dead. Be yourself, but don't freak her out. It's very easy to freak a girl out because they they tend to look for that. And when they see that you're being kind of freaky because maybe you're trying to impress her, or you feel like she'll like you that way, girls can pick up on that pretty easy and say, this guy is not someone I want to be with. And by be yourself, I think it's important to note that being yourself doesn't mean like, I don't know, the way you act in high school or something like that. Being yourself is just be genuine. Talk about things that are actually of interest into you. And don't feel like you need to hide yourself on things. For instance, the most common... Wow, I didn't even see that this was down here. The most common thing that I think people do is, like with Minecraft, I think a lot of people might say, well, be careful you don't tell this person that you like Minecraft and you play Minecraft and you commentate on Minecraft, because that'll just scare them away. I don't think that's true. I mean, to a degree, depending on the girl, it might, or the guy, it might. But I think it's more important to say, hey, if they say, well, what do? You can talk about your job if you have a job, but you can say, I have this really big hobby of mine where I like to build things in Minecraft, or, something like that. If you just play Minecraft as a game, I wouldn't mention it. Unless they say, what kind of games do you like to play? You can let them know. But, I mean, if it's a hobby, I think a lot of people make the mistake of saying things like, oh, well, this girl is going to like me if I say that I play football. And you may have played football, like, once a year. You're like, yeah, I play football every once in a while. Well, now the girl thinks that you play football. And if you do end up clicking, it's going to be because you like football. And if you don't, then you're going to eventually make yourself look like a fool. And ultimately, you're going to look like a faker, which is worse. So, at any rate, guys, I hope this helps you. We'll see what happens with it. I have to say, in a way, I'm kind of scared to get into a relationship right now because I feel like my life is perfect as it is. And I know it sounds silly to say that, but I really do. And I worry that if I get a girlfriend, that I won't have time to do a lot of the things I want to do. And I don't know. At the same time, I really, really want to get into a relationship with this girl and get into a relationship in general and start to, as it were, settle down. It's a tough decision. And life changes. Life changes. But either way, you guys are awesome because you guys listen to me when I talk about this stuff. And you give me support like crazy. And I really appreciate that from you guys. So we'll see what happens. And I will keep you guys updated as things develop or don't develop. And I hope you guys will support me in whatever decision I decide to make. But either way, that's it for the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. And next time we'll get to actually building something. But until next time, happy mining and crafting.